before we get started, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Ding! Thanks for watching! Today, we are going to be looking at the Holtzman Survival Knife.
Well, thank you for that amazing introduction, Miraculous Girl, and thank you everyone for joining us here on Exploring It All. Today we are going to be looking at this survival knife from Holtzman's Knives that Nate sent out to me. We're going to be doing a couple of reviews on this. This is going to be our initial unboxing of this knife, and then here within the next few weeks I hope to get this knife out in the field and get some video of us using it in the outdoors. This is marked as from their Survival Knives line, and this knife is currently listed at $250, and it's currently on sale for $149 or something like that, over $100 off. So anyway, I thought what we would do, I'll just open this up. I'm going to open it up so you guys can see it and see what it looks like when you first open up this box. And I have to say, the presentation on this knife is one of the best presentations, if not the best presentation of any knife I've ever personally received. I've gotten a couple in a box similar to this, but not quite this presentation. Like I said, this great presentation on this, I have to say. So anyway, Holtzman's Knives, they are located, I've looked them up, and hey, one other thing, I'm going to list their website in the link, and I'll also put it down at the bottom, down there, at the bottom of the screen. Actually, it'll be down there. I'm going to list it down at the bottom of the screen down here, their website. And if you go to their website, one thing you'll notice, they actually list a phone number. You actually call and talk to them if you need to. I haven't spoken to them, and they are open 7 days a week. They're located in Idaho. Anyway, let's without further ado, let's take a look at this. I know everyone's been waiting to see it. I've posted some teasers on a couple of Facebook groups, so here it is. This is what it initially looks like. You get a giant warning: knives are sharp. Oh, okay, so this will tell you how to, and we got some do not eat packets and a free gift card. All right, so I'll go into some of those items in a minute here. This is what it initially looks like, and then we're going to pull this back, and there's the knife and accessories all packaged in this hard foam. Everything was just like this as it came out. So I haven't done anything extensive with this, and I thought we would start taking a look at it and together here. So first up, I'm going to kind of move the box to the side here. Let's take this knife out. Oh wow. And see, this knife, it was yeah, G10 handles. They've got some non-slip pattern designs in here, so this is going to be easy to hold on. It does have oil on the blade and a little cover on the blade there as well. That's really nice. Our first impressions, this is, I like the coloring. I selected this coloring. There is an all black version, and I have a lot of all black knives, and I really like the way that this red stood out. And 1095 hard carbon steel has their logos on it, and that handle, and it's hard to fit this whole knife into the picture. And sorry, initially I might have had it out of frame there a little bit, I don't know. So man, I like as you can see, this is a really beefy knife. It's very thick here on the spine. Kind of try to measure it here on my board. The width of this spine is very close to 1/4 of an inch. Each one of these dots here is 1/4. It is very close to 1/4 of an inch. Here's the back side of it. That is really nice. And you have a lanyard hole up here. You have the screws and all that. So there's the knife. So what else do we got in the box here? A couple of unique items. Well, first you have this Kydex sheath. So I'm reshooting a little portion of this, just an explanation for why things have changed around. Because I wanted to give you guys, I slipped out of frame. I wanted to give you guys a full view of the sheath system. So it has this tech lock system where you push the button, it'll come out. Now this is adjustable, you can undo the screws, and as I'll explain later on, you do have the Allen wrench that has the Phillips screwdriver, so you can adjust this. You can move your tech lock down, you can take it off, you can put a different type of sheath system on here. I like the tech lock systems. I think these are some of the best. I have a few of these. I've changed some of them out. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you want a dangler or something else though. So there's that. Also, when you put the knife in the sheath, it does have this backup strap. However, that is not really needed. As you guys can see, I'm shaking this quite well and it's not going anywhere. And the same thing goes when you put in the ferro rod. And I like to use the bands to secure it, but as you can see, that is in there really secure. You don't necessarily need the band. And as I mentioned later in the video, I added a band from Miraculous Squirrel's hair bands for this, which also is not needed, but it's there for retention purposes as a secondary backup system. And I installed that myself. That's my own. I'd like to show us. So also in here we have some cordage. It looks like it might be paracord. This, and you could use this to tie down the sheath or add a lanyard. You can use that to add a lanyard to it, which is probably what I'm going to do with it. Next up, we have, I might cut it in half. I might make a lanyard for this. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to borrow a band from Miraculous Girl, and I'll make a bungee style band for this. Just like, yep, just like that. So this is your fire striker thrower. We'll get into that use, but it actually has a slot right here that slides right in on the sheath, which I think is really cool. And I saw that in the photograph design. And like I said, I'm going to take one of Miraculous Girl's hair bands, which is the same as these, and cut it off and tie it off and put it on that so I can put that around the bottom, because I like to take my ferro rods when they have this band on them and extend it down over the bottom, and then it holds things in place. You don't have to worry about it pop. These have the same color design as there, and you have the logo on the one, on the striker. That's really cool. That's really cool. I really like that. Here, I'm going to hold this up a little closer because I can't zoom in anymore. If I zoom in, the knife won't fit in the frame because of the size of this knife. It's you know, I look at dimensions when I am on websites, and I never get a true feel for exactly how big is that when it's in my hand, and I don't really pay attention to it. Let me tell you the overall dimensions of this particular knife here. It has a 12.32 inch overall length. The steel blade is 6.92 inches. It's 1095 high carbon steel. It has G10 handles. It's a Kydex sheath with a leather strap. Hollow grind, rounded pommel with lanyard. Okay, so this is meant to be the lanyard. I didn't know for sure. I was thinking tying down the sheath. And then one other thing that's included in here that is really unique. You don't get this. I've gotten one occasionally. Is you have a Allen wrench here that is specifically set for taking your hardware off right here. Fits into all of your screws and whatnot. So you can take these off if you choose not to carry a ferro rod and a striker. A lot of people say you should always be carrying a lighter anyway. So before, let's see here. I got a couple of things here we're going to do in our initial unboxing. And like I said, we're going to do a follow-up video where we are going to get this knife in the outdoors and really use it. First, let's just get an idea of the weight on this knife. I got a scale here, zero it out, and this is going to be in pounds. And this knife is at 1 pound, 2.1 ounces. To give you an idea. So this is a beefy knife. It is a 1 pound knife. That's some serious weight right there. This is not my paracord lanyard strap, although it is the same. In fact, let's use this one. It's shorter. Here's another piece. I'm going to save my one. I'm going to be making some lanyards. Let's do some cut tests with the paracord first. I'm going to do a pull through, push through. Make sure I have a grip on it. And that went pretty well. Went right in there. One thing about doing it like this is it depends on you're not using the whole blade. Then I have my own unique slice test where I push forward on it. And that pushed right through on that slice. And again, and we got enough for a pull back slice, which cuts right through. And I expected no less. I knew it was going to cut right through all of this. Wow, this is a really nice knife. I'm using the tip there to cut through. And I know it'll chop right through the paracord. I'm sending pieces everywhere. So anyway, there you go. Sorry if that got loud there. Cuts through the paracord just fine. I do have some paper here. Generally, I find the thicker bushcraft style knives like this are not great for cutting through paper. Let's see how this does. Well, I'm going to have to stand corrected on that because this one is having absolutely no problems dealing with the paper. Getting fine curly cues there. It's kind of fun. I start doing this stuff and then I can't stop. So it cuts through the paper and everything just fine. All right, so let's slide this in here. Now, I have to say one thing that's cool. I like the fact not very often do you get a knife like this. Does it include a striker with the ferro rod? Usually you get these, you got that and you have to use the back of your knife. And there is a non-coated version where they're a silver non-coated blade. And whenever you strike your ferro rod with those, and I have a couple of knives that are like that, it tends to make some black marks on your blade and stuff. They'll come off. This blade may have a little bit of difficulty striking this. You might have to file a little bit of the coating off to get it to work. I don't know. I'm not even going to try because I have a striker, and we're going to have to take a little bit of the coating off here to use that, and I'm going to throw a spark, and then I'm going to start a fire. And it threw a spark just great. And hey, what do I got? I got a little bit of jute twine that I got ready here. Now, I actually had a big pile of jute twine, and actually I'm going to take a bit more of this out because I don't think it's going to take much. And this is just jute twine that is, this is just regular jute twine here, and that I've frayed out. A great little fire starting trick. If you don't already know it, I'm sure most people do. And there you go, fire. Sometimes it's all in the pattern that you do it. I'm gonna do it again. So there you go. That's the fire starting technique. I'm gonna set this aside before I set off the smoke alarms in the house. That's our first look and review of the Holtzman's Mandrill Survival Knife. This is a beautiful knife. This is a great knife. I can't wait to get it outdoors to baton with it. I think that I know it's going to do just fine. One other item I'd like to mention is this also comes with some sharpening and care for guidelines in the box here. And then also they offer a code if you buy any of their products. They'll send you a code in there to get a free gift. I don't know what that gift is, but I'm sure it's something cool. And it's free. And it's a gorgeous knife. It really is. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and remember, be nice to each other.